In this video, I'll be critiquing two AMVs that appeared as part of AMV Hell 8 and 8.5. I'm going to play both of them right away, one after the other. See if you can tell what they have in common.
Interacting with a stranger makes me want to run and hide, and also die. So dance till you stop. Do you want to go home? This party is great, but not nearly as great as being alone. It's Saturday night. I just want to have fun. So many beautiful people, and I don't want to talk to a single one. We enter the house, there's a vibe in the air. Lots of fun talking laughter, people smiling everywhere. It's been a long week and I need to unwind. This party has alcohol of every kind. There's people in the pool, beers on ice. The music is grooving and they're dimming the lights. Everybody starts dancing and I roll up my sleeves. I want to leave. So dance till you stop. Do you want to go home? This party is great, but not nearly as great as being alone. It's Saturday night. I just want to have fun. So many beautiful people, and I don't want to talk to a single one.
You probably noticed that both AMVs make use of the same song, Dance Till You Stop by Ninja Sex Party. But of course, these AMVs were created using two different video sources by two different editors. The first was created by Luffy is Cool using Bocce the Rock for visuals. The second was created by Scud Green using Serial Experiments Lane. Dance Till You Stop is a song about an introverted, shy, or otherwise socially awkward person attending a party they don't feel entirely comfortable being in attendance of. Bocce the Rock and Serial Experiments Lane both feature a main character that can be described as either introverted, shy, or otherwise socially awkward. At a conceptual level, the pairing of this song with either of these shows is a good fit. That being said, which one produced the better AMV? Well, for starters, Serial Experiments Lane has been featured in AMV Hell roughly 11 times, whereas Bocce the Rock has never appeared in AMV Hell before 8, making it a mint and therefore superior by default. This is a small spoiler warning, but both of these AMVs are quite good. It is worth taking a closer look at each video, however, to not only see how they compare to each other, but also see where they go right, and of course, where they go wrong. Let's start by comparing the intros to both, specifically the things we see and hear before the chorus begins. The intro to the first video is the shorter of the two. It's 8 seconds long, and it wastes no time in not only establishing the main character of the piece, but also identifying her as deathly shy. The first 3 cuts in this intro are not very good. Take a look at this image. The first thing you're bound to notice is the girl sitting at the desk. This is Bocce. She's colorful, she's in the middle of the frame, she's in focus, she is unmistakably the main character. In the foreground of the shot are these two unnamed characters. These two are out of focus, and their colors are completely grayed out, which tells us they are not main characters. They appear to be conversing, and despite Bocce being close enough to witness the interaction, and even being framed directly between the characters in the 2D perspective, she is nonetheless too far away from the conversation to be a part of it, making Bocce appear isolated and lonely, which is true to her character. There is a lot of information contained in this image, and it's no surprise that the editor decided to include it. Unfortunately, this shot appears on the screen for less than a second. Just watch. Did you blink? One more time. Timing is the issue here. There is no way that anybody can absorb all this information in less than a second. And because of that, the next 2 cuts don't make much sense. In the second shot, we see these 2 characters, but who are they? These 2? I guess so, but with only a second to read this image, your eyes are only likely to notice Bocce, and not the other 2. And in the third cut, just what the hell is going on here? The animation style has changed, and I don't know where I'm supposed to look. Sure, we do see Bocce kneeling down and looking sad, but the moving paper puppets are far more attention-grabbing than she is. This is a bad start to an AMV. Thankfully, however, things get much better from the 4th cut onwards. We see Bocce interacting with another character, and she averts her gaze in discomfort. So far, the lyrics have told us, interacting with a stranger makes me want to, and we can already guess what the next line will be. She looks like she wants to get away, and she does. She runs away to hide, and she looks upset about it. These shots reflect the information shared in the lyrics much better than the first three. This works, this doesn't. So, that's how the first video begins. Let's see how the second one does it. The intro here is much longer, almost 17 seconds, which does sound like a long time, but because it does such a great job of visualizing the narrative of the song, you don't take notice of it. Granted, the visuals aren't perfect. We enter the house. That's not a house, it's a cafe and club. It says so right there, but it is a building, so close enough, I guess. There's people in the pool. Are there? Those are just shadows. Well, I guess we can just use our imaginations. And I roll up my sleeves. That's taking off a hat, not rolling up sleeves. But it does involve clothing, so good enough. The important thing is, the song lyrics describe the speaker as being in some place with a party-like atmosphere. And this is definitely conveyed in this intro. The main character, Lane, doesn't feel very relevant to the AMV during these first 17 seconds. There's a lot of show and telling of the setting, but the speaker only gets a few mentions. This, of course, is just the way the song goes. The whole thing is a big build-up to the reveal that despite the party looking like a fun place to be, the speaker doesn't want to be there. The AMV follows the structure of the official music video, and it works. The Bocce AMV focuses on introducing the character's shyness from the start, which ultimately robs the viewer of the funny reveal. The Lane AMV takes the slower approach, keeping the character's shyness secret until the moment the song reveals it, giving us a nice payoff with the "I wanna leave" line. In terms of efficiency, one could say the Bocce intro is preferable. Narratively speaking, the Lane intro is the clear winner. That covers the intro for both videos, but what about the chorus sections? After learning that Lane wants to leave, we hear "So dance till you stop." Now, what do you expect to see when you hear these lyrics? Dancing, right? Lane dancing? People dancing? You know, people having a good time. Or did you expect to see this? Or this? Or this again from a different angle? Or maybe Lane, just not dancing. Something doesn't feel right here. The connection between the audio and visuals was strong during the intro, but now that the most exciting part of the song has arrived, the connection suddenly feels a bit looser. It's almost like the editor couldn't find decent footage to put in here, so they used these shots as a bit of filler. In the Bocce AMV, the chorus kicks off with a lot more energy. We see Bocce dancing. We see her stopping and running away. We see her enjoying a party. We see her being alone, celebrating the fact that it's Saturday night, having fun. There's a lot of movement, lots of color, lots of excitement. This is good stuff. That is, if you don't think about it too hard. For starters, why? Why would she dance till she stops? This AMV hasn't built up the fact that she's an introvert at a party and just needs to bite her lip and try to force herself to enjoy as long as she can. All it's told us is that she has trouble talking to strangers, so dance anyway? It doesn't make any sense, but who cares? It's Saturday night. Or is it Saturday night? This could be any time of the year, any time of day, any part of the country. We're missing context here. But in all seriousness, this is completely excusable. As long as the synergy is there between the audio and visuals, the how and the why can take a back seat. Back with the Lane AMV, something interesting happens when we hear the lyrics, "Not nearly as great as being alone." We see that when Lane is by herself, she enjoys doing a little dance. And it looks a little weird, doesn't it? It shouldn't surprise you to hear that this dance is not something that happens in the original scene. This dance comes from a bootleg CD, and the editor has inserted it as a masked element. I have to point out the neat transition that the editor used here to insert this dance into the shot. As this spotlight passes by, it hides a screen wipe that not only reveals the dance animation, but also a different background entirely. It's one of those blink and you'll miss it details. Nice editing aside, the dancing lane clearly looks out of place, but at the same time not completely out of place. I mean, it is still lane after all. I can accept it. And I have to admit, the sped up dancing is kind of funny. I don't know what it is about speeding things up.
But you can apply it to practically anything, and it instantly makes it a little bit funnier, wouldn't you agree?
When we hear the lyrics, "It's Saturday night, just want to have fun," we see Lane powering up a computer for some gaming, which is fine, but what happens next is tragic. Oh dear, this is not a good look. The connection between the audio and the visual started very strong in this AMV. Then they became a little loosened, then they became stretched, but here the connection is broken. This looks edited. That may sound like a stupid statement. I mean, it's all edited, isn't it? Of course it is. But here's the thing. When we saw the start of the video, it all felt natural. One could suspend one's disbelief and accept that maybe this video is showing the story that this song is telling. They fit together so well, almost like they were always meant to be paired together like this, by design. The illusion is convincing, but this doesn't feel right. It's too out of place. It's alien. This isn't a connection. This is superglue, trying to stick together two things together that simply don't belong. And it is way too obvious. The illusion is shattered, which is a shame. Back with the botchy AMV, the funniest moment between both videos happens when the lyrics, "So many beautiful people," is heard. The beautiful people in question are these two. Now, I'm sure that both of these characters are very beautiful people in their own right, but in terms of both traditional and modern perceptions of beauty, these two really don't fit the specification. This is comedic audio-visual dissonance. Or just sarcasm. Whatever. Either way, it works. The Lane AMV ends with another skillful use of a screen wipe synced with a spotlight to show Lane refusing to talk to anyone and walking away, reinforcing the character's shy presentation. Not a bad ending. Back with the botchy AMV, the editor zooms in on Botchy's face to make her appear alone in the shot, and really highlights her facial expression, showing just how hopeless she feels during social interactions, which, again, is a fine way to end the AMV. That being said, I hate the fact that the audio fades out here. In the Lane AMV, the transition frame interrupts the video, as is the AMV Hell tradition. But with Botchy, the whole thing just kinda peters out. Admittedly, this is a me problem more than anything else. Still, I do wish that editors would understand that doing this to end their videos is really lame. I could go into a long tangent about this, but frankly, this video has already gone on for way too long. I think it's about time we wrap this up. This is not the first time that two or more skits have used the same audio source in the history of AMV Hell. It's not even the first time that it's happened within the same project, and yes, there are even others in AMV Hell 8 and 8.5 that do this. Part of the fun of AMV Hell is seeing what multiple contributors can come up with, whether they use similar ingredients to produce familiar products, or use wildly different ingredients to produce something completely unexpected, and of course, all things in between. As we just saw in our analysis, both of these AMVs used a common ingredient, and the results managed to be both similar and different at the same time, each with their own set of strengths and weaknesses. The editing in Lufia's Cause AMV is a little rough around the edges in places, but the simple approach that it takes works well. The source video is full of plenty of nice, colorful animation, which the editor makes good use of, and the result is visually appealing and entertaining to watch. This is a good AMV Hell video. Scud Green's AMV proved that they are a very capable editor when the right decisions are made. The visuals aren't as appealing, but the delivery of the narrative is very strong. This is a good AMV Hell video. I look forward to seeing more work from both of these editors in the future.